psoas major, flex hip, laterally rotate hip, origin, bodies and transverse processes of lumbar vertebrae, insertion, lesser trochanter, innervation, lumbar plexus. Adductor magnus, adduct hip, medially rotate hip, assist to flex hip, posterior fibers extend hip. Origin, inferior ramus of the pubis, ramus of ischium and ischial tuberosity. Insertion, medial lip of linea aspera and adductor tubercle. Innervation, obturator and sciatic. Gluteus maximus, all fibers extend hip, laterally rotate hip, abduct hip, lower fibers adduct hip. Origin, coccyx, edge of sacrum, posterior iliac crest, sacrotuberous and sacroiliac ligaments. Insertion, iliotibial tract, and gluteal tuberosity. Nerve supply, inferior gluteal. Vastus intermedius, extend knee. Origin, anterior and lateral shaft of the femur. Insertion, tibial tuberosity. Nerve supply, femoral. Vastus medialis, extend knee. Origin, medial lip of linea aspera. Insertion, tibial tuberosity. Nerve supply, femoral. Vastus lateralis, extend knee. Origin, lateral lip of linea aspera, gluteal tuberosity, and greater trochanter. Insertion, tibial tuberosity. Nerve supply, femoral. Piriformis, laterally rotate hip, abduct hip. Origin, anterior surface of sacrum. Insertion, superior aspect of greater trochanter. Nerve supply, sacral plexus. Tensor fasciae lata, flex hip, medially rotate hip, abduct hip. Origin, iliac crest posterior to the asis. Insertion, iliotibial tract. Nerve supply, superior gluteal. Gluteus medius, abduct hip, anterior fibers, flex hip, medially rotate hip, posterior fibers, extend hip, laterally rotate hip. Origin, gluteal surface of ilium between posterior and anterior gluteal lines, just below the iliac crest. Insertion, lateral aspect of greater trochanter. Nerve supply, superior gluteal. Gluteus minimus, abduct hip, medially rotate hip, flex hip. Origin, gluteal surface of the ilium between the anterior and inferior gluteal lines. Insertion, anterior aspect of greater trochanter. Nerve supply, superior gluteal. Semimembranosus, flex knee, medially rotate flexed knee, extend hip, assist to medially rotate hip, Tilt the pelvis posteriorly. Origin, ischial tuberosity. Insertion, posterior aspect of medial condyle of tibia. Nerve supply, sciatic. Semitendinosus, flex knee. Medially rotate flexed knee. Extend hip. Assist to medially rotate hip. Tilt the pelvis posteriorly. Origin, ischial tuberosity. Insertion, proximal medial shaft of the tibia at pens and serenus tendon. Nerve supply, sciatic. Biceps femoris, flex knee. Laterally rotate flexed knee. Long head, extend the hip. Long head, assist to laterally rotate the hip. Tilt the pelvis posteriorly. Origin of the long head is the ischial tuberosity. Origin of the short head is the lateral lip of the linea aspera. Insertion, head of fibula. Nerve supply for the long head and the short head, sciatic.